Oh, do you know what? Every now and then in my job, things happen and I just have to pinch myself. I'm like, this is really my job. This is one of those moments. Eliza Rose is in the building.
Hey.
Eliza, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm really good. And all the better for seeing you because every time that I see you, you're always wearing something extremely glamorous.
Thank you. I like to be a little bit glam, darling.
I even wore my orange corduroy shirt.
You look fabulous today, if I do say so myself.
I'm trying.
You look great.
I've got a face for radio and I know it and I don't care. And the reason why you're here for the first time ever, can you believe we've never had you in the studio?
I know, mad.
It's because you're so busy.
Busy bee, darling, doing what I do best.
You're
buzzing
travelling around the world. You're spreading the good vibes and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. And this new single with Calvin.
Yep.
It's our Jam Hot Record of the Week.
Thank you very much.
Body Moving is the name of the tune.
Uh-huh.
I love the story behind this.
Yep.
So Calvin slid into your DMs.
He did.
Saying, I know that everybody else is probably doing this right now, but do you want to work with me?
Exactly. I was at ADE Festival and I was doing what you do at ADE, which is raving kind of hard. And then, he slid into the DMs and I made sure I come correct and got a studio booked in and finished off the track, and rest is history, really. But it kind of shows the power of the internet, how it's now so easy to kind of connect artists and create something really fabulous really quickly and easily.
See, the thing is for me as well is that it also shows, I mean, I've known Calvin for years and I know that he's had his finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
But it shows the impact that you are having.
I know. I mean, I can't really believe that he asked me. It feels very surreal. But it feels really special and it does kind of make me realise what I am doing and my achievements. If someone like Calvin Harris is reaching out to me, I mean, that is just completely insane, really.
It makes sense, though.
I know, but I don't think of myself as like somebody that Calvin Harris would reach out to, so it kind of weirds me out, to be honest with you, but I love it, obviously.
Well, Pharrell, Katy Perry, it makes sense.
Yeah, okay, my God.
Were you a Calvin fan beforehand?
Of course, I mean, who's not? He's got some absolute bangers. I absolutely love Rihanna. The Rihanna one is one of my favourite songs. I used to listen to that all the time, getting all emotional with the headphones on the bus. So, yeah, I definitely have a lot of respect. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing producer. And
you're an amazing, amazing, amazing producer, DJ, artist, singer, songwriter. Like, you do everything.
Thank you.
You really do. That's why it's probably a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely felt like a dream come true.
Amazing. What was he like to work with, though? Was it a kind of you said you booked the studio. What's he like in the studio?
Well, we did it remotely because, both
Internet.
super busy, exactly. But I did then go and meet him in person after the track had kind of been recorded. And he's just absolutely lovely and just normal and nice. And I just, I kind of was expecting a little bit of a diva, to be honest with you, darling. But it couldn't be further from the truth. And he's just a nice, kind man.
The pair of you got very similar personalities.
Oh, I'll take that.
No, but it's true. When you walk into a building, there's an aura about you.
Okay, the X Factor, darling.
Yeah! And he's got the same. No wonder this record's a banger.
Yeah, baby.
What do you love about the song in particular, though?
I just think it kind of has that... It's dance floor orientated, but it's still soulful and kind of has the jazzy style vocals. And the lyrics are just kind of alluding to the dance floor. But again, you could imagine them being sung slowed down in a jazz club. And I like that the kind of two worlds of that have collided into one.
Your breakout single, Baddest Of Them All, you know how much I love that record.
Yeah.
Regardless of it being one of the biggest records of the last 12 months, it's definitely one of those records that I'm looking forward to my Spotify Wrapped. Because it's definitely going to be in the top 5, I'm telling you.
Still, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Come on.
No, but you made a record that is 100% groundbreaking.
Thank you.
Because it was an underground house record with a jazz vocal, with a garage inflection that crossed over.
Yeah.
And the thing that you've done that I have to say is just amazing is that you've remained the same.
I mean, that's what you think, darling. I'm joking. I mean, to be honest, I've been working towards a career in music for over 10 years, and so it's come I'm not going to say my age, keep a bit of mystery, but I'm not no spring chicken, and at the end of the day, I feel like I've been able to be a grown woman and having this success, it's kept me grounded. I have the same exact friends that I have from before. I like who I am, and I'm not going to change who I am because of having this success. I'm just going to appreciate it and try and make more opportunities and more hits and just make the most of it, really. Like, if I ever change, I know one of my friends will just give me one slap anyway and say, fix up. So I can't get too diva. You know what I mean?
Those are the friends that you need to keep around you.
Exactly. I've had like my same best friend since I was 15. We've been friends for like over 15 years. So it's like I've got my core group to keep me the same and grounded.
Now, if I could tell the Eliza Rose of 10 years ago that you would have Baddest of Them All, that would be one of the biggest international records of the past decade, what would you say?
It's mad because I truly wouldn't believe it, because I actually stopped singing around the age of like 21, 22 because I felt this is so ridiculous now I look back, but I thought I was too old. And
Wow.
I know it's so stupid. Because like the X Factor category, remember that used to be like the OAP category was like over 25 or something like that. It was ridiculous. And Amy Winehouse had like written Back to Black and she was like 23 and I was like, oh my God, like I haven't even had an EP out. And that's why I then kind of maneuvered over more into DJing, because I wanted to still have a career in music and kind of explore my passion for music, but I was just not enjoying songwriting.
Yeah.
And then I got back into it over like kind of COVID, created some space and opportunities, and I kind of fell back into it. So if you told myself 10 years ago, I would have just been quitting music and I would have just been like, you're weird, clearly you're mad, so don't talk to me, go away. So yeah, it kind of is feeling very, very, very full circle.
But also what you're doing, and I could listen, the amount that I can relate, I mean, you see the greys in the beard, the amount I relate to that X Factor over 25s
It's
category.
ridiculous, rude.
It's completely changed the way that we look at age and music. Especially in this country. It's nuts.
Exactly. I think it's kind of improved a lot now, and with the internet, and we're definitely getting less kind of ageist, and especially I think coming from a working class background and not having a leg up, it takes longer. You can't just be like getting them hookups when you're like 21. You have to kind of earn them and make the connections, and I think that plays a major role in things taking longer. But I think in the long run it gives you better stability if you've worked your way up over a long period of time.
I agree. And thinking about the level of success, you know, you being the first female DJ in 20 years to have a #1 record in the UK.
Yeah, mad.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Have you linked up with Sonique?
Yeah, she was at the Mobos with me. She's absolutely amazing. I love her to bits. She's so cool. You know, you're just like, you are cool. And she's, amazing. So I met her at the Mobos, and I want to do a session with her or something. I can imagine there'd be like a Sonique and Eliza Rose moment definitely down the line somewhere. So yeah, let's manifest that one.
That's what I was alluding towards, because I think a song, I think a back-to-back all vinyl set.
Oh my God,
I think that would
true.
It would literally make everyone's heads explode.
Exactly. And you know, that's my favourite thing to do. So
I'm actually going to go deep for a second.
Okay.
I'm from a working class background.
Yeah.
I'm a person of colour.
Yeah.
And I'm in dance music.
Yeah.
And there's very few people that we can look towards that are very much at the top of the tree to go, if they can do it, so can I.
Yeah.
You're one of those people.
Thank you. And I mean, that's a nice thing to think. And I hope that that's like the main thing that I do want to take away from this, is that I hope it inspires other young women, because it's true. Even like when I first started DJing and I wanted to just strictly play vinyl, because I only really used to play vinyl, I didn't really see anybody that was doing that. And it put me off for a while, but I overcame that. So hopefully having more kind of people that you see that look like you on a platform, kind of hopefully that allows people to feel like they can elevate there as well.
And you also elevate everything that you know that you touch, because we've got to talk about winning new artist at the Women in Music Awards.
Yeah.
First of all,
thank you very much.
How does it feel that you're finally getting the recognition that I know you deserve?
It feels really fabulous, and obviously it's kind of funny to be getting a newcomer award when you've been doing music for like over 10 years. But what's really amazing about it is it makes me feel like this is just a start, and I'm actually like closing one door and opening a new chapter. And in many senses, yes, this is a new chapter and it's a new journey, and I am a newcomer in this space that I'm now navigating. And it actually feels really exciting and inspiring to think of there's so much more to go and I've got so much more to give. And that is, it's really, really precious to me, actually.
Do you know what? Something that I also want to give you massive amounts of credit for is your business acumen. Because that's something that, do you know what I mean? You release on your own label.
Yeah. Got my little ring, if you can see, my record label there.
Yes.
Rosebud Records, darling. Plug.
Yes. But this is the thing. I mean, the jobs that you have to do as an artist in 2023.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that I say is like many streams lead to the same river. I think that's probably correct. Sorry if any geography teacher if that's kind of incorrect.
That's getting one of those.
Many streams lead to the same river, and I think that's something that I always taken with me is like I knew I wanted a career in music, and like I just felt like trying different ways to get there. All those little things eventually kind of go into one. All those little rivers, streams, eventually lead into one big river that creates, you know, what I'm doing now. And I think it's very important in music to have your fingers in a couple of different pies. It's very rare that you just DJ. Most people, even if they're not making music, they might run a label, they might run a party. I've done all of that. And so, like, all of those things got me to where I am. Along the way, they were more, you know, kind of water into the flow.
Would you say that would be your biggest piece of advice for someone that was in your position?
Yeah, try everything. Try different ways. Like, don't just try, if you want a career in music, don't just try and DJ. Look at other ways to get where you want to go, I think. And that will make, it's better. You make better connections. You meet more people. It's more fun. You have more experiences. Just try different things and don't be frightened to try new things. And actually realise, for example, setting up my label, I just thought, oh my God, how am I going to, like, I've set my label up by myself. I wrote these soul and jazz songs. I chose people to go and remix them. And when I done it, I was like, this is bare easy. Like, why have I not just gone and done this before? But there was this gatekeepering element of around it that's like, oh, setting up a label is this really big deal and you have to have loads of people involved. No, you can actually just kind of do it ad hoc and DIY. And I think just giving things a go and not being afraid and actually knowing that things are easier than you probably think they are. And if they're not, and they're too hard, then at least you tried and you can say, I gave it a go. Exactly
that. And then now, when you're in the stage that you're in now, because you've learnt so much, no one's going to take you for a fool.
Exactly.
Them deals better be proper, otherwise.
Come correct, please. Come correct or don't come at all.
Yes! Another thing that I've got to give you a massive amount of props for is the way that you straddle a number of worlds. So you can make a record that is like the collaboration with Calvin, that is a mainstream record that comes from a very, very, very honest musical place. You can then go and collaborate with Martinez Brothers, which is an underground record that comes from the same place, but it's an underground record.
Yeah, exactly.
Straddling the worlds of mainstream and underground, is that important for you?
It's extremely important, and it's quite difficult sometimes. I feel like I've got like two rollerblades on and they're like, my legs are going like the opposite directions. But then, you know, I try to bring it back in, and sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming, but I truly just believe that I can do everything if I put my mind to it and at least have a go. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Kind of like the previous advice in a way. I try to run my life by that. But it can be a bit overwhelming trying to do underground and more commercial stuff. But I just believe I can do it, and I feel like I am doing it. So I'm just going to carry on.
And I agree. Why should we limit what it is that we can offer to the world if we've got a talent?
Exactly. Like someone said to me, a friend the other day, like you make what you are. You are the one who, don't listen to someone saying you're too commercial so you can't do underground or vice versa. No, I can do both and I will do both. And it's my idea of myself that is what is true. And so, yeah.
You're dropping gems left, right and centre.
Darling, write them down. I charge by the hour.
Do you understand? Are you listening? This is free game.
Literally, guys. Take note. I'm joking.
Now, you mentioned this earlier on, being a vinyl DJ. Why vinyl?
I worked in a record shop from when I was 15. I did my work experience there, and I've got an addictive personality, so it was a recipe for disaster, basically, and my bank account. So that was that. I can't really tell you more than that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I got into it. I really enjoyed like discovering like funk and soul and jazz singers, and I'd find tracks that I couldn't find online when working in the record shop. And yeah, and I just love, and I loved, when I started DJing, I loved having records that not everybody else could just easily get. And so that kind of fueled my love for it as well. And I got a good discount, so there you go.
The dangerous record shop discount.
Oh my God, literally, I used to just really come away with no money.
just take my wages.
Literally,
and
no,
I'll take the
really
stock.
and truly though, that was what it was. That was really what it was.
What in terms of your kind of DJ sets that you've got planned over the next few months? Is there anything that people can see these vinyl DJ skills in action?
So I'm kind of doing a select tour kind of now, selector tour or selector. And I'm playing records in a lot of those shows, which is really fun. I'm definitely going to be bringing it back a little bit more as we go into kind of club season, because I often find clubs have a better setup for playing records. I find it quite difficult to do that in festival season because it's just not kind of made for that. And that can be a little bit jarring and scary. So now we're in the kind of Q4 club mode. I'm going back to my vinyl roots, and I'm doing usually at least 50% of my set with records, which is really fab.
That's going to be so sick.
Yeah, man.
That's going to be drum sheds. Is that going to be vinyl?
Oh, see, that one's not going to be vinyl because that's going to be live. So you're going to be getting a real.
Okay, no. Please tell me about the live. Please tell me about live. What's Eliza Rose live like?
So I have a couple of different shows. I have my DJ show, then I have a full live show where I kind of come out as front of the decks and then go back behind and DJ and then come out front. And I have dancers and drag queens, and that's kind of a full live show. This one is going to be more me singing, but I'm going to be behind the decks the whole time. And I'm going to be kind of I'll be singing my kind of main songs, but I'll also be kind of singing constant refrains and stuff like that, like live house kind of singing. And, but I'm still working it out. I'm going into rehearsals like quite soon, and I've got this machine that's going to give me some really cool effects. So I'm working it out at the moment, but it's going to be a kind of hybrid show in between the full live show and a DJ set that it will sit somewhere in the middle.
And you're going to be playing alongside some absolute titans.
Yeah, man.
Of music like Shy Girl,
Sugar
Babes. Any of these people inspirations to you?
Of course, like especially Sugar Babes. I grew up listening to Sugar Babes, and I was actually sitting on the table with them at the Women's Music Award.
What?
I know, they're just fabulous. I love them. They're just so cool.
And it's the Sugar Babes, isn't it?
The original trio, living it like
Mucha Keisha Siobhan.
Yes, they were just there, just being absolute perfection. I'm also looking forward to seeing like people like Paranoid London. They're like kind of local crew, and yeah, I'm being quite well behaved at the moment because, I'm trying to really put my head down, but I'm looking to let loose after Drum Shed, so I'm really excited. Honestly.
I've got one last question to ask you.
Yeah.
Obviously, Calvin slid into the DMs.
Yeah.
Asking for a collab. Who's the dream DM slider for you?
I think Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B or Doja Cat, one of those three would just be like, Lord of mercy. Please, manifest.
You know what? I can hear it.
It would be fab.
I can hear it.
It would be fab. It will happen, I'm sure.
If you're looking for a producer for it, just give me a shout.
Okay, girl. Yeah. I remember that.
Please do. Eliza Rose, you are a superstar.
Thank you so much.
Know that you're a superstar.
Thank you.
Please keep spreading these amazing vibes.
Thank you.
And you're welcome here anytime.
You're the best.
You are. Thank you.